Hi, I'm Lindsay, and today we're going to be talking about autism awareness. Autism is something that is increasing rapidly. The government autism statistics say that prevalence rates have increased every single year from 10 to 17%. So today we are going to talk about what autism is in general, what the causes of autism are, the differences in men and women that have autism, and we're also going to discuss interviews that I had with a woman named Amanda Carter and her autistic son, Logan Carter. So what is autism? Autism is basically where your brain does not function properly. Autistic children or people have difficulty at social gatherings. They have difficulty with verbal and nonverbal communication, and their behavior is incredibly repetitive. Intellectual disabilities are associated with autism, along with difficulty paying attention, motor coordination, physical problems such as sleep or gastrointestinal problems. Autistic people do excel amazingly in visual skills, math, art, and music. Autistic symptoms appear around the age of 2 or 3 years old. 1 in 68 American children identify as autistic. This keeps increasing every single year because more people are getting diagnosed and becoming aware of it, and we need to keep raising this awareness so people can get properly treated. In the US, 3 million people have been diagnosed with autism, and worldwide, tens of millions of people have been diagnosed with autism. Men are 4 to 5 times more likely to have autism than women. So now that we've talked about that, we're going to talk about the difference between men and women that have autism. So the National Autistic Society says that 1 out of 42 men have autism and 1 out of 189 women have autism. So Brugge's 2009 survey says that adults living in the same home throughout England found that 1.8% of men had autism and only 0.2% of women had autism. So there is a reason for this. Women get underdiagnosed with autism because they mask their symptoms a lot better than men. It's difficult to identify because they ask the same questions to women as they do to men, and men and women are different in general, and it is the same thing with autism. We're just different, and they need to be asked different questions so they can get diagnosed properly. And also Leo Kainer's 1943 study of a small group of children said there's 4 times as many boys that had all children than girls, or autism than girls. So I interviewed a woman named Amanda Carter. Her son Logan Carter has autism, and I asked her what were signs and symptoms that she noticed in Logan. She said that he would scream at social gatherings, would hide underneath the table, he would have trouble making eye contact, he would have difficulty with verbal communication, and he just had a really difficult time making friends and getting along with people. She said that he was 5 when he got diagnosed. She had a lot of difficulty during her pregnancy. She almost went into labor at 3 months, and she also had a tear in her uterus. She was put on medication to help prevent her from going into labor, and she was put on bed rest as well. I asked her, since she said Logan didn't used to communicate, if he could communicate now, and she said yes. She said that she started communicating when he was 6, and she did this by making binders like this. She has many more where this came from, and it's basically just flashcards of words that he didn't know. She would make him pronounce these words. There's clocks and times. There's pictures of body parts, just human, things that everybody should know, vegetables, seasons, holidays. So she did a very good job helping him to learn to communicate properly. I asked Logan what were the good and bad parts of having autism, and he said that the good parts were that he gets to be different. He loves being different. He said the bad parts were that people treat him not exactly great sometimes. And I asked him what it would be like if he didn't have autism, and he said he wouldn't be the same. So Autism Speaks gives us some reasons that people might have autism, the causes. And they said that genetic mutation along with environmental stresses is a big cause to autism. So the environmental stresses is basically having difficulty before and during your birth. They said that women can help prevent autism by taking prenatal vitamins full of folic acid, and also by having folic acid-rich diets. So now that we've talked about everything, I hope that you have a better insight on autism. We've talked about what autism is, what the causes of autism are, the difference between men and women that have autism, and we also talked about a woman that has an autistic child and the autistic child himself. So I hope you learned something good. Thank you.